Well, hi everybody. I want to talk about the topic of gender dysphoria. And my name is Mr. Lee David Carter, and here I am back again. So, gender dysphoria, signs and symptoms. This is what you need to look out for. I am a female to male trans man. So, gender comes from the Greek word which means discomfort or unease. Okay, so you will become distressed when looking at symptoms. You'll find that your gender that you're assigned at birth is not in alignment, and you feel like the opposite sex, basically. So it doesn't match, and that's where you feel the unease. So the signs of gender dysphoria can be seen as social, mental, or even physical. So the physical part is where the body doesn't match and to who you are, and such as your chest, for example, it doesn't align with that male true gender. So let's say you're assigned female at birth, it doesn't align with the male that you feel that you are inside. And I had a mastectomy, and in order to get that male chest, and before I did that, I would bandage my chest up, and because I feel that what I had there, female, the breast, they didn't belong there. I didn't align with who I felt I was as a male inside. So with that, not only will you do that, but you will take hormones and even have gender reassignment surgery. So this is a long process that you have to go through, and the first port of call would be to go and visit your local GP, general practitioner, to speak to somebody in which they will make an assessment, and they will put you on to somebody in the field, professional, that works with gender dysphoria in a gender identity clinic in London, which is in Hammersmith, or wherever you're located. They'll assign you to that particular gender identity clinic to get the process started. That's if you want to physically go as far as to having gender reassignment surgeries. So whatever you do, it's about being true to yourself and being who you are. So the first port of call would be that. Those kind of symptoms is basically to go and seek medical help and get the process started, basically. Mental dysphoria, if left untreated, can give you poor mental health. And what I mean by that, it can be self-harm, suicidal, the fact that you don't align with who you are, depression, isolation, all those things. So it's about altering your appearance to reflect who you truly are, to that true gender, and being in alignment, basically. And then, of course, there'll be those that will change their clothes to feel like the opposite sex, or they, as I said before, there'll be binding and padding. So, for example, those born female, as I've said before, will bind their chest to feel like they've got the male chest. Those born male will go and buy bras and pads in order to feel like the opposite sex female, and so forth. I mean, those born female will, those aligned as feeling like a male, will go and weight train, change their physical appearance to be in alignment with their body, with who they are. And it's about being in alignment and who you are and how you feel. There'll be others that may do the top part but not do the bottom part. It's about being true to yourself and who you are, and being in alignment with who you are. So not all trans people will do this, and it's not required. It's not a part of transgender or non-binary. You know, so there'll be others that may socially transition, where they will change as a person their expression of behaviour, of self-dress or image, or even cross-dress even, whereby they'll dress in the opposite sex. And then of course those that will medically transition, which I've told you already, because I went through 5 major operations. The first one was the mastectomy. I was at the University of Hertfordshire at the time when I went through the first one to have the male chest. And then I had 4 major operations after that, the second one being 12 hours, and that was the construction of the phalloplasty, which is the penis, which is like any other male penis, basically. And then another 3 operations after that, where I would have the urination system, and able to urinate and also be functional, just like any other male out there, fully functional, whereby I can have intercourse. So it is a long process, but it all depends on you as a person and being true to who you are, okay? Because the gender spectrum system is so vast now. Of course, there are second and primary characteristics as well from this. You know, 2 of them. And firstly, you could be marked with an incongruence between your experience and your expressed gender, for example. Or you could have a strong desire to get rid of one's primary or secondary sex. And then, of course, you've got the strong desire for those characteristics. And then you've got a strong desire to be of the other gender, for example. Or there's a strong desire to be treated as the other gender. Or there's a strong conviction that has the typical feelings and reactions of the opposite gender as well. But do seek help. Make an appointment to see your general practitioner or GP, which is the first protocol. And then of course you've got these organisations and charities and support groups. You've got transunite.co.uk. You can also visit Transline, or you've got the Trevor's Project, or you've got Transbucket, for example. Or you've got the gender spectrum, and then you've got the tribe, which is the LGBTQ plus group. And then of course those going from male to female, you've got the www.ftmhealth.com. So these are the organisations and groups that you've got out there to support you with regards to gender dysphoria, and these are the different symptoms and signs that you need to look out for when you're beginning to feel like this. And it doesn't matter what age you are, because it'd be cruel for anybody going through puberty, shall I say, to grow up and go through gender dysphoria, which is what I'm speaking about right now. So stay tuned, there's more blogs to come up, there's more to come. I'm speaking about gender dysphoria and the issues surrounding it, and there's a lot to show awareness and to educate our ignorance. So namaste, love and light, speak to you soon.